Hi everyone, it's Miss Rebecca. Today's election day and I'm bringing art to you. Today we're going to be looking at a book called Duck for President. Duck for President is about this duck character who runs for office, and he uses a lot of tactics to get people to come out and vote. So I want you to pay attention to some of the banners and the posters and the things that this duck says in this book to get some inspiration for the art project that we're going to do. We're going to create our own campaign poster like this. This was created by my son actually, and you guys are going to create your very own poster at home. Now if you don't have these materials, so large of a piece of paper, it's okay. Use whatever materials you have at home. Try your best, and my hope is that you enjoy it and you participate. We're also going to be doing this step by step. So let's get started. So this book, Duck for President, I'm not going to read the whole book, but I am going to flip through it and give you some ideas for your campaign poster. Because Duck, he runs for president because of all the chores he has to do on the farm. See, he doesn't want to do all the chores. He's pretty unhappy. And so are all the other animals. They don't want to do so many chores. They're tired. So what they do is create a poster about how Farmer Brown must go. And there should be an election so that everyone can vote on someone else to be in charge. This is a poster here that Duck created. It says, "Vote Duck for a kinder, gentler farm." So the Duck is trying to make some change, and he's using posters. He even has a voter registration area where all the farm animals get to vote on who they want to be in charge, Farmer Brown or Duck. Farmer Brown gets real upset because Duck gets a lot more votes. See that? He got 20 votes. And finally, when they were all tallied up, Duck, he won the vote. Now I want you to notice that in his campaign trail, Duck made signs. And he says on the sign, "Vote for me, I'm a duck, not a politician." And he has some visuals. He has red, white, and blue, and he has some stars. Some yellow stars through here and some stripes. Keeps it pretty simple. So this is his campaign trail where he does a lot of talking and visiting with the people. And he ends up winning, and it's surprising to people that he's winning so much. Now here again, more campaign posters. Notice that this is a very important part of running for office. You have to have visuals. You have to have posters, banners, and a lot of different pins, flyers. So that way when you're on the trail and you're kissing babies and going to parades and speaking in front of people and you're on TV, people will get the idea of how great you are as a candidate. So in this book, Duck ends up winning so many times, he gets into the office of the presidency. But he realizes it's way too much work. And he ended up wanting to go back to the farm and leaving Farmer Brown in charge. So that's the basis of this book. Voting is very important, and today is election day. So if you like this book and you want to read it further, we can read it in class when you come back to school. But for now, let's get to the art project. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how you would make block letters, because you're going to need some block letters, right? So you make the letter, whatever the letter is, put a finger space and then make the next letter, because you need to have space between the letters so that way you can do the block around the letters. Okay, so I'm writing the word vote. And then I'm going to write the letter F, finger space, O, finger space, R, and then I'm going to write a name here. I'll just think of a name. I'm just going to give an example of a name, okay? Now, notice that I put a finger space in between these, but I didn't put a finger space in between these, because these letters are all going to be connected and these will be a little more bold and separated. So first you sketch around the letter, never touch the inside letter. Sketching around the letter, drawing around the letter, and if it has a hole in the middle like this O, you add the circle in the middle. Notice I'm tracing around each letter and I am not touching the inside letter. Not yet. The O has a circle on the inside, don't forget. Now, if you like this look where none of the letters are touching, you have to make sure that you have that finger space. Okay? Now, if you're going to have the letters touching, that's okay too. But it's a little bit different because as you're tracing around, you're going to see, oh, this one is so close. You just connect it. Connect it to the letter that you just drew. Okay? I'm connecting it because there's not enough space to separate. So you just boop, connect, boop, connect. And notice if you have an E, you put the hole in. Trace around. Now you're going to put your name, if you're writing vote for blank, you put your name in that slot. This is just an example about how you can do lettering on your poster. So that's not the end for lettering. You erase the inside, that first letter that you printed, so that way you're left with that nice block letter at the end. Now this is the very simplest way that your poster could look, or you could make it very detailed and add a lot of design to it. You could write words that describe how wonderful you are and why someone should vote for you. Notice I'm erasing carefully. I make sure I don't erase the actual block letter part. So now I'm left with my block letters.
for Mercedes. Now, what else could be on this poster? You could put a picture of your face. You could draw a picture of your face within a circle here, if you would like that look. If you have a picture of yourself you'd like to cut out and paste, like the other example, or you could just draw a picture of yourself. There, just showing a quick example. And you could put some design elements. So I always like to put a frame around my poster. And maybe you have some other design elements like stars. You can make your star and then trace around the star and erase inside it. And it will leave you with a star shape. You might want to have some wavy lines as a design element. So when you color it, you'll have some areas you can color. Maybe you want to put a little bit of pizzazz around the oval using some curves, some bumps. And maybe you want to put some designs like diagonal lines in the frame. All of this adds visual interest and detail to your poster. There is no right or wrong answer. You can be as colorful and creative as you like. Don't have to copy this. You can do it your way. And if you want to write words that promote yourself and how great you are, go for it. So this is an example of just the drawing part of what could be a poster. And you can color this however you want. You could use those presidential colors like red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. But it's up to you. I look forward to seeing your posters. So on this poster, this layout is divided into 3 parts. It has a top section, it has a center section, and it has a bottom section. And what I want you to notice is that there's a picture of the candidate. There's the candidate's name, Henry Rembert. And he put his face on a dollar bill, $3 bill, and he added stars for design. And he also took the letters of his last name and created words that would describe why he's a good candidate and why you should vote for him. So some of those words come from the letter R, ready, E, exciting, M, marvelous, B, brilliant, E, energetic, R, radiant, and T, terrific. So he took the letters of his name and thought of a word that would describe why he would be a good candidate for you to vote for him.
Now your poster does not have to have this exact same layout, but it does need to include your name, and it should have some design elements like stars or stripes or anything that you can think of that you would like to have on your poster that you think would be visually attractive and eye-catching for someone who is voting for you.